It looks like some people's nail polishes are arriving broken. That must be really displeasing. That's it. That's my intro. Hi, I'm Amanda. You're watching Swell Entertainment, and today we are talking about pleasing nail polish from Harry Styles. Mine came unbroken. I did in fact order two sets of the pleasing nail polishes because my friend Hannah is, what's the word? Obsessed with Harry Styles. Okay, and I was like, did you buy yours yet? And she was like, oh no, not yet, they're kind of expensive. And I was like, cool, sugar daddy Amanda coming through with your Christmas gift. So I got two sets. Both of ours came unbroken, luckily. And I'm fairly certain the reason that was because the box that they did come in pushed in there pretty tight because they were trying to get two of them into the box. So I'm wondering if that alone kept them from getting jostled around and breaking. Harry Styles, formerly of One Direction fame, now of Harry Styles fame. At the time of me recording this, he just finished his Love on Tour. Fun fact, as I was getting ready to film, I was like, I feel kind of like Love Quinn today. I don't know if it's the shirt, my sweater top. I don't know if it's the way... Yes, I did almost just knock these nail polishes down. I don't know if it's the way that my bangs are doing. I don't know if it's this, but I kind of feel like, I don't know, maybe committing atrocities later in the name of love. I don't know. So Harry Styles came out with pleasing nail polishes. There's been some back and forth on TikTok. That's how I heard about these, that they were doing it. Some people were like, oh, this is Harry. Like, Harry isn't involved in this. Obviously he is, but he's not, you know, like this wasn't his idea. They're just like, oh yeah, this is a marketing conglomerate now, Harry is. And so they're just trying to get as much out of it as they can. So they came out with pleasing as like another way to come out, profit off of the Harry Styles brand and all of that, which, I mean, they're not really adverse to that, or he's not familiar with that because of One Direction. They worked those boys into the ground. But, you know, we get pretty nail polishes out of it. At some point, every artist, every actor, every, you know, has to come out with something. And Harry has come out with pleasing just in time for the end of his Love on Tour tour. So a lot of this has to do with the Perfect Pearl, which I'm not sure where that's coming from, but we've got the Perfect Polish set. So this was $65, this full set for the 4 polishes. And this comes in Inky Pearl, Perfect Pearl, Granny's Pink Pearl. Okay, Harry. Pearly top. So this is the top coat I'm assuming that I'm supposed to be using. Inside it says, our minimal packaging choices emphasize a light footprint, and each formula adheres to vegan, cruelty-free, and clean principles. We are continuously committed to do better by refining and innovating our sustainability practices. This does not come out easily, which is why I'm reading it like a crazy person. Inside, it also came with a sticker, pleasing sticker, but it also came with, which I did think was funny, a bunch of letter packs. I think I can stick these on my nails, but these are also very large. So I'm very interested what I'm gonna be able to make with these. But we got lowercase, large of each color. We got red, black, or gray, and white, pearly white. So I might be able to spell something. Probably gonna do a swear word because I can. I don't have a day job. This is my day job, which means that I get to put dump. Ooh, I can put see you next Tuesday. My dad watches these videos. I'm gonna do that. But let me tell you, so $65. Individually, the polishes were $20. So if you were to buy them individually, it would be about, well, this is just for the top coat. I'm assuming it's for all of them. So they're $20 for the bottle itself, $65 for the set. And what you're mainly paying for, and I'm expecting this to be the case, you're paying it for it being pleasing by Harry Styles. You're not really paying for the nail polish quality, but ideally, it would be great if these nail polishes didn't suck. The printing on the tops looks a little cheap. It's like a plastic. I have no idea if this is gonna show up. Will it focus? The printing itself does not look very well done. In my opinion, it looks kind of shitty, but that's just me. Some looks better. Like this one, the white looks better. Obviously the black is hard to kind of fuck up. It's like a pearly blue and black. Fairly good size brush size, I will say that right off the bat. But yeah, so they also have the Pearlescent Illuminating Serum, $35. I did not buy that because I don't trust it. I also didn't trust the pleasing pen, which I'm fairly certain is an eye serum. Yeah, sales are final. The Pleasing Pen's 2 potent serums are delivered with cooling steel rollers to refresh lips and eyes. Yeah, no offense to Harry, but I mean, when they were in One Direction, they profited a lot by making those boys look as young as possible for their teenage audience. So I'm not sure how I feel about him just coming out with like serums. I don't know about that. So I didn't buy those, so I will not be reviewing those. But yeah, that's the Pleasing Pen is $30, and then the Pearlescent Illuminating Serum is $35. But at the time of me recording this, they had just come out with the apparel, and everyone is already figuring out, oh, are they all sold out? No. Okay, for a second I thought they were all sold out, and I was like, oh God. But they came out with the Pleasing Crew Neck, which is quite literally a cream and a black crew neck that just says pleasing in cream or black on it. And I mean, they look, I like subtle designs like that. I like simple designs like that. I would like to come out with more designs like that for my merch line, so that if you guys like the merch, like I really like my You're Not Daddy, really simple zip up merch that I have, because it's kind of like a subtle Swell Entertainment thing where it's like, if you're like deep in the Swell Entertainment lore, you'll be familiar with the You're Not Daddy monologue. And it's just a really simple design, and it's hard to be like, oh yeah, that's Swell Entertainment. I like that. That's what I like about Pleasing, is it's just kind of like pleasing. Like, it's very simple. I don't think it's worth $95 unless, you know, it was spun with like gold out of like a monkey's ass or something. You know, like something has to be super special about this. Oh, it is sold out. Okay, so people did buy it. Limit 2 per person, so there's enough to go around. Sales are final. But yeah, most of TikTok that I saw, and a lot of people on Twitter were talking about how, because originally the price that was going around was $120 as people, that's what the rumored price was for the crew necks before they dropped. And then 95 is better, but not for a lot of the audience. The thing about a lot of band merch and a lot of artists merch lately, some artists have great merch teams, some great designs, some great pieces. A lot of them suck. I was never really a One Direction girly. I like a lot of Harry's music, but I'm not like hardcore into Harry. It's more like an adjacent thing with my friend, Hannah. But I was really into 5 Seconds of Summer for a lot of years. Not that I'm not into them now, but I'm definitely not like willing to sell my soul for one of them to look at me anymore. So yeah, growth, maturity. For them, a lot of their old merch, I think I've only ever bought one piece of merch from them. I really found that a lot of merch that I like, if I'm not getting merch at a concert merch is another thing. That's one thing. I like tour merch. I like getting concert merch when I'm at a show. That's one thing. But like going out of my way to buy merch from a group, unless they're like an indie group and I know they're actually going to see more of the profits from that, and then it's like kind of like I'm really supporting the artist in that regard. I don't like a lot of 5 Seconds of Summer's, you know, I don't like a lot of their merch. A lot of their merch kind of sucks. And I found more success with buying merch for a lot of bigger artists just from Etsy and other, you know, fan retailers and things like that. People have already made dupes of this. I think one group on TikTok that does a full like embroidery website with Harry merch, I think they already came out with an embroidered version, which honestly, I would probably like better, because then at least I know that like what my money is going to is like an embroidered versus just a printed on shirt. I'm not going to be surprised if people get these and the like, okay, here's my anticipation. Here's my theory. People are going to get these, and because they're trying to push them out so quickly, I think the detailing is gonna fall off the moment they try to wash it, or it's gonna be peeling really quickly and the lettering is gonna come off. That's my anticipation, because that's what usually happens with things like this. Hopefully not. Hopefully this is well made. Hopefully they take the actual care that $95 fucking entails. And a water-based printed pleasing word mark. See, I think we're gonna see some peeling. Anyway, so that's the crew neck. That's the follow-up. A lot of fans are already making dupes and their own versions. I'm not gonna link any down below because I don't want them to be like, if this video goes anywhere, I don't want them to be pointed at by me because I led them to whatever. Like, do your own work, Harry's crew, if you're gonna go and do it. I'm not giving you any suggestions. And if you do try and link any in the comment sections, YouTube actually holds all links in my comment sections, and I think all comment sections. But yeah, so that because of the Bitcoin BS that people keep trying to link their Bitcoin accounts and stuff, links do not show up. Nail polishes, let's talk. So my nails have been doing something super fun and weird lately. I'm assuming that it's related to when I did Accutane, because I never really had the nail issue when I did Accutane. But some of my nails, not all of them, have been chipping and peeling lately. Super fun. Asked a doctor about it. They're like, don't worry about it. So some of, like, I don't want to flip you off, but like this nail and then these two have been looking fucking weird lately. So that's what's going on. Everything's fine though, otherwise. I've been using these things. I got these off of Amazon. They're a base coat, a ridge filler, and this actually like toughens up my nail a little bit before I paint it. And honestly, I'm finding that when I use this, my regular polish that I use, not the pleasing polish, but regular polish, has been lasting a lot longer. So I think if you find, a good base coat for yourself, that's always a good thing. But yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. And then we're gonna try out a couple of these colors. See how we do. So, got 2 coats of this on. It's dry for the most part, just to help fill in some of the gaps of my lumpy nails. And I'm thinking this hand, we're gonna try all of them. And then this hand, we're gonna do whichever one I actually like. That way we got both options. And this one, obviously using my right hand, it's gonna look a little nicer so we can get a better sense. I kinda wanna start with the pink. Let's start with Granny's Pink Pearls. Is there a ball in here? Is there not a ball? Ooh, I don't know how I feel about that. Especially when you have glitter in something. Opalescence. Kinda wanna be able to shake things up properly. I'll do my thumb and then I'll do my index finger. That way you can see it better. Wow, okay, that could have gone on better. Let's see. Okay, that's 1 coat. It's a little streaky, but I don't know if it seems like it's catching. So that's 1 coat. So that's 1 coat, little sad looking. Inky Pearl. So this is like a blue black. It's like a black, but it's got the blue opalescence in it. This is one of my jacked up nails, so we'll see how this goes on. Oh, it goes on much better, I would say. Much better coverage. This is where you guys see how bad I am at painting my own nails. That's a lot, hang on. Okay, I tried to clean up some of the bleeding. Let's see. Like I said, this is one of my fucked up nails, but yeah, it's much darker. The blue's not super obvious, frankly. I wonder if it's gonna dry down a little better. The black is definitely much more obvious than the blue opalescence. I wonder if it's gonna dry down. I'm probably not gonna do a second coat for this one because the coverage is pretty good, frankly. Okay, let me twist some of these closed so I don't spill it all over my hand. And then this is the Perfect Pearl. Streaky as hell, streaky as hell. I tried to make it a little better. It's pretty streaky. Amanda, why don't you do more girly product reviews? Well, frankly, I am bad at it. There's the polish. Could it look better? Sure. Oh, it's evening out a little bit. As it's drying, it's evening out. The pink is still pretty streaky. The black is definitely black. There's very little blue that shows up. It's pretty in the bottle, though. So there's that. And then this is the top coat. I'm not expecting this to look like much. See, is there really no ball in this? It's hard to tell with the sticker, but I'm trying to see. This should show me on the side. There is no ball. I don't know how I feel about that. Actually, I do know. I don't like it. There should be a mixing medium in there. This is just a top coat, so I'm expecting it to not look like much. Yeah. It looks like nothing. Yay. Here, I'll put this over the thumb. How about that? The 1 coat of pink thumb. How about that? I think if anything, this is designed to kind of add some shine back into it. Let's see. Will it show you my thumb? There's my thumb. Can you see? It's shiny. Here's the other finger for reference. Wait. Please don't tell me that's a gang sign or something, because I will freak out if I accidentally, that's like one of my big fears, is accidentally doing a gang sign when I don't mean to. There's my thumb. There's my other finger. And there's certainly an easier way to do this. I just don't know what it is. Okay. Bing. Bing. I kind of like the white. Should I do another? Okay, I'm going to do another coat of the pink and another coat of the pearly, Perfect Pearl or whatever. And we're going to see how that turns out. I'm trying to cover up some of the streakiness of this, but other than just like forcing more polish onto my nail, still pretty streaky. See, the black is looking good, but that's the only one that's not looking too streaky, It's winning because it's not looking streaky. Show them my fingers. So there's the white, there's the black, there's the pink. There's no other top coats on these. That's just how they look. I don't know if the streakiness is showing up or the gaps in either. I was hoping the blue was going to turn out. Okay, I'm going to put a layer of the top coat on the blue, and we're going to see if that kind of brings out some more of the blue. Ooh, wait, that might actually work. Ooh. Ooh. Sorry. Wait. I did not mean to flip you off. I'm sorry. Okay. Here's this. Let's see if it'll show up. So as you can see, it looks way more blue now. So the top coat, ooh, I kind of like that. It's still pretty dark, but it's kind of more like a midnight blue with that top coat on it. Ooh, now I'm torn. Do I want to? I don't want to do the pink, I know that. I'm going to do the rest of my hand, so let's see. Something in my brain just went, do an accent nail. Why? I don't do that. I'm just going to do the white because it's drying much nicer, I'm thinking, and then do the top coat over it. So I'm going to do the white, I think. I'm going to speed past me struggling to do my other hand, left-handed. Okay. One coat. Snow hands. Ting. Does anyone else start doing that now? That just ting. It's very fun. No, there's a Hermes hair. Did I get it? See, I'm really bad at painting my nails, and I've been doing it for most of my life, which is why I'm very, like, patient with male people who start painting their nails, like when their nails look chipped and shit. Because, like, I'm bad at it, and I've been doing this for a good chunk of my life now. And, like, a lot of them just started doing it. I'll have patience because I'm not good at it. Why would I hold them to a higher standard than myself? This looks arguably terrible. See, my problem is I didn't even try and get the blue that was on my thumb off before I started doing this, so it's just like sticking out. Okay, there's my train wreck of the pearl on my hand. I'm gonna let that dry for a minute, and then we'll do the pearly tops. Who do you think is next going to come out with some type of like lifestyle brand? Who do we think is next? My money's on Pete Davidson. He's been doing a lot of work with Rowing Blazers lately. And I don't know, I just think that with the Kardashians, if he's gonna keep up this clearly PR relationship with Kim Kardashian, I'm wondering like what's gonna be next, because Kris will eventually just be like, here we go. How can we make... Why did I do that? It did smear it. We're fine. Eventually, Kris is going to be like, okay, cool. We have this whole new element of audience we can profit off of. Because I'm sure they tried to do that with Travis Barker. So I'm thinking Pete Davidson. That's my money on next for who's going to try and come out with a lifestyle band. I'm trying to think of not obvious choices. Bo Burnham. I'm kidding. Although, side note, I do think that if Bo Burnham came out with literally any piece of merch or like not traditional merch, I think he would clean house based on some people's Spotify Wrapped this year. So while I wait for this to dry before I do the top coat, do I think this is worth it? Do I think any nail polish is worth $20? Arguably no. I'm an Essie girl. I'm a Sally's. I'm a go to Target and see what color I like, and I don't really care about the brand. The one that I've been wearing a lot, the red I've been wearing in a lot of my videos lately, here, I'll grab it. This is $5 USD from Urban Outfitters. It is arguably mediocre, but I like the color a lot, and it dries fairly opaquely, but the brush sucks, frankly. I got this on clearance. I hate skinny brushes like this, but you know, these brushes are wide, and I like wide brushes, but these, I don't know, the wide brush is useless if you're gonna give me streaky polish. The wide brush is so that you can do arguably less strokes and still get a good amount of coverage. So if I'm using a larger brush and I'm still getting streaky polish, kind of useless to have a large brush that way. And like over here, I had to do insane amount of like touch-ups and stuff just to kind of even out some of the streakiness. I don't know. I don't think you necessarily need the whole set. I got the whole set because I kind of would like to start kind of adding things like this to my internet collection, or just my collection in general of like random... I don't want to say cash grabs, but, you know, whatever this is for celebrity-wise, not just, you know, internet people-wise. So we'll see. I'm going to hold on to these, I think, because you never know, especially with Harry fans. You never know down the line what might happen, especially since some of these are breaking. Might be nice to have down the line for a little bit of an investment. I don't know. I don't know if I'll reuse these. I may just save them. Probably keep them in the fridge because that's how nail polish lasts a really long time, is if you keep it chilled. There's this one woman on TikTok, her whole top shelf of her fridge is just nail polish. She easily has like 300 in there. It's insane. But some of them look super old and yet they still paint evenly, so might be smart. Overall, do I think you need these? Are they sold out? They're probably sold out now, huh? I ordered these pretty early. Oh no, this still says it's open and all sales are final. Honestly, I'm more interested in the rings Harry's wearing in the promotional image. Like, I like this. Is this a bird? Oh, it's a bird. Oh wait, I didn't even do this. Let's see how I can do this. Wait, how? Let me do it. Harry, don't just give me things and then not let me use them. Come on. I'm trying to cut out a C. Come on. Oh, I can do it that way. Then what the fuck is this? Okay, here's a D. Bitch. I'm gonna do it. 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 There's a C. I realize now that I could have just done swell. But really, where's the fun in that? See, this is why I gave up doing nail art when I was younger, because this is annoying. Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? Okay, I did that. I will say, I do like the blue as it's drying, and the top coat's kind of matte, actually. So we're gonna see how this looks on the white. I definitely prefer a glossy top coat. I was never really into that matte look with nails. That was really popular a couple years back. Yeah, see, it's kind of, I don't know if it's gonna show up on camera, but it's kind of a more of a matte. It's not super shiny. I don't know how I feel about that. I prefer a shiny top coat. All in all, do I think these are worth $20 a piece? No. I think my friend is gonna like it because it's, again, Harry Styles nail polish. She already knows I got it for her, by the way, so she knows it's coming. It's not like I'm ruining the surprise by making a video on it. I'm glad mine didn't come broken. I'm glad her gift didn't come broken. Anyways, I think that's where I'm gonna end this. Did you order the Pleasing Nail Polish? Are you one of the people who ordered the pullover? Again, you're paying for the Harry Styles stuff. If you really just want to support Harry, if that's what you really think you're gonna do, then sure, you can get these nail polishes. They're still for sale. They still have them. There's some more detailed like nail polish. They did some like acrylic sets. See, this one I guess you can kind of see. It's more black, but see, with the top coat, it looks more blue. So I don't know. These look also a lot glossier in their images. I don't know. Did you get your Harry Styles nail polish? Are you going to buy Harry Styles nail polish? Who is another celebrity that you think should come out with a lifestyle brand or beauty brand or something? Let me know. Comment down below. Reminder, I have a podcast, the Swell Shenanigans Podcast. Reminder, I have merch like that and the aforementioned zip-up pullover hoodie that I told you about earlier. Shout out to my patrons. Thank you so much for supporting me on Patreon. If you'd also support me on Patreon, that'll be listed down below. If you want me on my social media, it'll be all up here. And that's going to be it. Have a lovely day. Goodbye. I will say, it is very fun. Ting. Thank you, Alan, Brayden, Cameron, Christopher, Chris, Cody, Colton, Crash PC, Destiny, Devin, Dirty One, Dawn, Elliot, Evan, Feckles, Hopeless, Hollow, Jucker, Ray, Joe, John M, Jordan, Joseph, Kenny, Kevin, Kim, Kristen, Lamb, Lexley, Luis, Matt O, Matthew S, Meme Lord the Red, Michael J, Nathaniel, Pat Penn, Prolic, Rob, Robert Ross, Sam, Serena, Skylar, Simon, Stephen, Tasha, Timothy, Tom, Wendy, William, Zendry.